I had a couple people swing by, and they always ask me, how do you deal with competition? Who do you compete with? So being in the perfume business, I was one of the first ones here in this area, and then many people started to open up after me. And they're always asking me, like, how do you deal with that? And I don't compete. So I don't compete with people around me. I compete with myself, if that makes sense. I imagine where would I be in 5 years from now and who that person would be, and that's who I compete with. I try to outdo my future self, and that's how I grow. Similar to a horse. When a horse is in a race, they usually put blinds on the horse so that way it doesn't look left or right and kind of, I guess, get distracted from the goal, from the race. And that's what I do. I really don't know the different companies that opened up after me. I really don't know what kind of products they're selling or what kind of sales tactics they use or how they're marketing. I don't pay attention to that because I feel like I am as competitive as the next person. And I feel like I'm only going to become more of a beast in the future. And I imagine how would I be in that future? And then I compete with that person, which is essentially me, right? So that's what I would recommend. Like the things that I'm telling on this channel is things that I actually incorporate in my own business, in my own life. And hopefully this helps people who are trying to get into business or trying to get into some kind of, I guess, perfumery or whatever the business may be, whatever life goal you have. Hopefully you can learn from what I'm offering. I'm not a millionaire, right? But I'm not broke either. If I want something, I'll work and I can afford it in a couple months, right? But these are the things, the tactics that I learned along the way, not from a millionaire. I didn't have a mentor. So these are like trial and error methods that I've learned along the way. And this is just one philosophy, one type of thinking that I have. If I'm going to compete, I'm not competing with people in the present because they're not where I want to be. I'm competing with my future self because I see myself somewhere big in 5 years. So I'm competing with that guy so I can surpass him. So when 5 years comes, now I'm competing with myself in 10 years. I'm always going to be competing with my future self. And that keeps me sharp. That keeps me innovative. That makes me a pathfinder in my field. So people are going to start looking at me and trying to copy what I'm doing versus me trying to copy what they're doing. Because if we're copying each other in the present, we're not growing, right? It'll be just the same products, the same service, the same industry. And that's not what I want. I want something different, innovative, something new, something out there. Hence why I compete with myself.